Obviously, you can see what years of garbage looks like, but you can't smell it through your television. Imagine having passed by eggs, milk, dirty diapers every day. That's what people living here have to go through. You can see this fire has completely gutted both floors of this home, though it appears to be the only one on this block, luckily, that was damaged. Investigators say they're also questioning 2 other people who may have also been in the home before the fire started. This memorial was actually built to symbolize the footprints of the original Twin Towers down at Ground Zero. Although much smaller in size, the value is enormous here in the Bronx. Founders say they're more interested in building character among their students rather than grooming the next Venus or Serena Williams. But then again, anything's possible. It turns out that 35-year-old Rafael Vares was not only driving a livery cab for the first time when he was killed, but he was actually an unlicensed driver. Officials with the state's Federation of Taxi Drivers say he never even had a chance. Some people are trying to stay positive, but most say they can't believe something that horrific could have happened in a playground, usually filled with children. They can kick, jump, and punch. But these martial arts students aren't just showing off.
It's our way to helping teaching our students to give back to the community. And they realize that not all the kids can run and kick and jump and play like they can.
While most of their karate training has been about perfecting their craft, these karate kids, ages 3 to 16, are also getting a lesson in giving back.
Most people think karate is just about fighting. It's also about self-confidence and learning what's right and what's wrong. It's not always about fighting.
Students like Matthew Hong say they understand how serious diabetes can be and that even they can fight to find a cure.
Diabetes is a very bad disease. Basically, we do this to help those kids to make sure maybe they can get out of that bed one day.
They want them to understand that they are the next generation and they have the next opportunities to pass down what they learn, and hopefully they learn to be good people. And that's what this is all about.
This is the 23rd year Karate Universe has teamed up with the American Diabetes Association to raise money for the organization. And in that time, they've raised more than $96,000. Organizers say they'll be back again next year. Reporting in Wilton, Nia Hamm, News 12 Connecticut. Since an 18-year-old woman was allegedly gang raped in Brownsville, Andre Mitchell has been trying to use the incident as a teaching moment.
When these type of occasions occur, it is somber, it is horrific, but at some point we have to channel or rechannel that energy and turn it into something productive.
The victim and her father, who reportedly lived nearby, tell cops one of the boys pulled a gun during the attack at Osborne Park. Her father forced to flee while they each allegedly raped her. This video of the suspects at a convenience store was released days after the incident. Mitchell, the founder of Brooklyn-based youth group Man Up, says the community could have helped sooner.
We were very disappointed at the delay and the lapse between when community leadership was made aware of it, because we like to think that we have a vital role.
Even Commissioner Bratton agreed when asked about the delay at a press conference earlier this week.
There's no getting around the fact that on this instance, which is very unusual for us, as you know, we did not push information out quickly, as minimal as that information was.
The suspect's lawyers, however, say the sex was consensual. Either way, Reverend Lennox says the community has to take more responsibility for its youth.
I truly believe they need father figures. It's a good community, but we need to pray for the community more.
Some people are trying to stay positive, but most say they can't believe something that horrific could have happened in a playground, usually filled with children.
Since this happened now, you got to be more careful. This could just be a wake-up call.
Kanisha Henson isn't sure what to believe, but she worries for her safety when she walks these streets.
I was shocked because I'm a female, things do happen.
Mitchell says that needs to change.
We've actually been able to really talk it up and really break it down and see how we can prevent it from ever happening again.
Reporting from Brownsville, Nia Hamm. When you walk into this apartment in the Graves Inn houses, you're immediately hit with a strong odor.
The odor, it's almost like a septic tank.
Stephanie Ahmed says it's the mold and mildew that's taken over her home.
Mold, mildew. In the kitchen, the baseboard, from the baseboard is an odious liquid that comes out.
You can see it on the kitchen walls, the floors, even parts of the bathroom. Ahmed, who is pregnant, says she fears for the health and safety of her family of 6, soon to be 7.
It needs to be tested. Our lives could be in jeopardy.
If you take a look down here, you can actually see the mold growing out of the wall, and it doesn't take much to hear the liquid leaking from this wall down onto this floor here. Mrs. Ahmed and her family say they have no idea what it is. Ahmed says it's been like this for a year now. The mother of 5 says NYCHA came to inspect the apartment several times but never fixed anything. NYCHA says no one was at the apartment when they did stop by. Ahmed has now enlisted the help of the National Action Network.
So she was getting a ring around the rosy kind of help.
NYCHA says the family was offered a larger apartment, but Ahmed claims that apartment contained mold as well.
To NYCHA, this is what we're going to do to NYCHA, because we are not allowing her to pay any rent for her to be able to live in these conditions.
For now, the family is refusing to pay this month's rent if the problem isn't resolved. NYCHA says rehabilitation work is scheduled to begin on Ahmed's current apartment in December of 2016.